It does fall like rain at night. Everyone's got one shining bright. We sound perfect in empty rooms, but most fade out by afternoon. We trade them cheap, we talk them free, like they're already destiny. But nothing changes just by thought. A dream unused is a dream that rots. An idea alone doesn't bleed. It doesn't fairly doesn't feel. You wish for someone brave enough to make it real. Ideas don't cost very much. They come and go, they rise and fade. But the one who dares to act on one is priceless every single day. It's not the thought that moves the world, it's the hands that choose to try. Ideas are cheap and fragile, but the doer's worth is infinite. It takes a heart to take the fall, to risk looking foolish, risk it all, to hear the doubt, the silent laughs, and still take one more step ahead. No spotlight on the early days, just quiet work along the lines. With every scar along the way, it's proof you didn't walk away. Ideas don't feel the weight of nights when progress comes too late. Only people carry that cost, only people grow. Ideas don't cost very much. They're living talk, they live in air. But the one who puts them day one carries a value beyond compare. It's not the spark that earns respect, it's staying when it's hard to stay. Ideas are small and fragile, but the doer's worth won't fade. Anyone can dream out loud, you will stand when it breaks them down. The courage to continue is where the value is found. Ideas come a dime a dozen, but action costs you for your pride. The one who chooses to begin carries infinite insight. So don't wait for a better thought or permission to believe. And I get maybe almost nothing, but the one who acts is everything. Be the one who moves, who moves, who moves, who moves. I've seen you waiting by the window, watching time just pass you by. Calling it patience, calling it fate, but deep inside you know that's a lie. Opportunities don't knock politely, they don't line up at your door. They move fast, they don't look back, they're already running for more. The world won't stop to choose you first. It rewards the ones who move. Every second you stay still is a chance you let slip through. Don't sit and wait for a moment to come. Stand up and take it while it's alive. Nothing changes while you're hoping. Everything changes when you decide. Luck doesn't find the ones who wait, it follows the ones who run. So stand up, reach out, take the risk. That's how chances are won. You don't need permissions chances are one. Chances aren't gifts, they're grabs. They don't ask if you're ready. They test your courage in real time and disappear if you hesitate. You might fail, you might fall, but waiting guarantees one thing. You'll never know what you could have been if you never stepped in. Get up now, feel your pulse, this moment won't repeat. Every move rewrites the future, starting at your feet. Don't sit and wait for a moment to come. Stand up and take it while it's alive. The life you want won't walk to you, it waits for you to arrive. Fear fades when action begins. Doubt breaks when you run. So stand up, reach out, take the risk. That's how chances are won. Chances aren't found in waiting rooms. They're caught in motion. So don't wait. Stand up and take it. Everyone's got a spark in their mind, a late night thought, a perfect line. We talk about what we could become, but words don't move the world alone. 1,000 dreams are left half said, living only inside our heads. But hope don't breathe until it's tried. It needs a body, needs a spine. It's easy to fall in love with the thought, harder to stay when the work gets long. Inspirations fades at dawn. Discipline keeps the lights on. It's not the idea that changes everything. It's what you do when the shine is gone. Taking one small step, then another turn, and maybe into something strong. It's not about dreaming louder, it's about making it real. One idea built by hands that stay. That's how something lasts. The first draft's rough, the timing's off. Progress feels slow, mistakes feel loud, but every flaw's a direction sign, pointing where you need to grind. You don't need 10 perfect plans, just one you're willing to stand by. Day after day through doubt and dust, when no one's watching you try. Momentum beats motivation, consistency beats the spark. It's not the fire that lasts forever, it's the one you keep restarting in the dark. It's not the idea that changes everything, it's the work you do when it's hard, breaking it down piece by piece, turning vision apart. It's not about waiting for magic or feeling ready to begin. It's choosing one idea and refusing to let it in. No one sees the quiet hours, the lonely steps, the unseen days, but that's where the idea learns how to stay, how to stay. It's not the idea that matters most, it's the courage to make it real, to show up again imperfect and tired, but stubborn enough to build one idea shaped by effort, by patience, by belief. That's how dreams leave the mind and finally breathe. Make it real, make it real. That's the word, that's the word. There are memories that still know my name, moments that cut deeper than they should. I try to bury them under time, pretend I was stronger than I was. Some nights that come without a warning, or words echoing in my head. I learned there are two ways out of pain: turn and run or stay and see. Both are choices I can make, but only one sets something free. I can run from what broke me, or I can learn from what I've been through. I can let the past keep chasing me, or turn it into something true. Pain doesn't have the final word, it only asks what I will do. I can run from my past, or I can learn from it. Some scars were never meant to fade, they just change the way I move. What once felt like the end of me became a different point of view. I stopped asking why me, started asking what now. The moment I changed the question, the weight began to come down. Running keeps the wound alive, it follows everywhere you go. Learning turns the pain into a map that shows you what you didn't know. I can run from what broke me, or I can learn from what I've been through. I can let the past keep chasing me, or turn it into something true. Pain doesn't have the final word, it only asks what I will do. I can run from my past, or I can learn from it. Learning doesn't mean forgiving, it doesn't mean it was okay. It means I won't let yesterday decide the rest of my days. The past can be a prison wall, or a teacher standing by. The difference isn't what happened, it's the choice I make inside. I won't erase what shaped my skin, I won't deny the cost. I'll take the lesson, not the chain, leave the rest behind. I could run from what broke me, but I choose to learn instead. I take the truth, I leave the fear, I carry forward what it meant. The past no longer owns my steps, it doesn't tell me who I am. I don't run from my past, I learn from it. The pain was real, so was the lesson. And the moment I learned the difference, I started moving forward. They told us strength would keep us safe, that power wins, that minds are run the race. But I've seen giants lose their ground when the world turns without a sound. I've seen clever plans collapse when yesterday no longer lasts. The rules keep changing, nothing stays, the map keeps fading day by day. It's not the hardest heart that survives, not the sharpest mind in the room. It's the one who learns to bend when the storm comes through. The ones who live aren't always strong, aren't always right, aren't always wise. They're the ones who ride the moment and change before they break inside. It's not about standing tallest or proving you were right. Survival belongs to those who learn to adapt to life. Holding on can feel like faith, but sometimes it's just fear in place. We saved you once and may pull you down. fast and wide. That doesn't wait for stubborn pride. You don't lose yourself by changing shape. You lose yourself by staying the same. Letting go is not defeat, it's choosing how you breathe. Roots go deeper when they move, not when they freeze. Ones who live aren't always joy, uncrowned with truth or might. They're the ones who listen closely when the ground shifts overnight. It's not about being fearless or winning every fight. Survival belongs to those who learn to adapt to life. Change doesn't come to test your worth, it comes to show you what you're worth. Not to erase who you've been, but to let someone new begin. The ones who last aren't built of stone, relaxed inside their pride. They're made of motion, breath, and choice. They learn, they fall, they rise. It's not the strongest or the smartest who see another life. Survival belongs to those who adapt, and stay alive. The world keeps shouting different ways, 1,000 roads, 1,000 names. Every voice says do it all, but that's how focus starts to fall. I try to run in every lane, spend my strength, gain nothing back. That's when I learn the quiet truth. Power grows where aim stays intact. Not every fight is meant for me, not every door deserves my hand. The moment I chose what to ignore, I finally chose where I stand. Success begins with keeping sight, not losing focus in the noise. Knowing where my strength is sharp and making that my only choice. I give my time, my energy to where I'm built to do my best. I don't chase everything, I hit the target I select. I study where my effort grows, where progress answers when I knock. Not where I struggle just to move, but where one step unlocks the block. Talent isn't loud or wide, it's narrow, quiet, hard to see. But when I stand inside that space, the work starts working back for me. I don't need more hours in a day, I need fewer places to spend them on. Clarity beats intensity when the road is long. Success begins with keeping sight, not losing focus in the noise. Knowing where my strength is sharp and making that my only choice. I give my time, my energy to where I'm built to do my best. I don't chase everything, I hit the target I select. Discipline is saying no to what looks good but drains my soul. Concentration isn't limitation, it's how I make my effort whole. When power scatters, nothing moves. When power gathers, mountains do. I don't need more potential, I need alignment. Eyes forward, breathe it in, cut the excess, sharpen aim. Every step begins to count when purpose stays the same. Success every path is mine. The moment I learn where to focus, that's when success stopped running away. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen doors that stayed locked tight, not by fear but by doubt inside. Words were spoken, orders given, but no one felt truly driven. You can ask, you can demand, but hearts don't move by command. They open slowly when they feel that what they give is real. Yeah, you don't earn devotion by holding the reins too tight. You earn it when you say, I believe in you tonight. People give their best when they're trusted, not controlled. They stand a little taller when someone lets them know faith is not a weakness, it's the bravest thing we do. Trust is what we give, and it's what brings out the truth. I felt the weight of someone's doubt, like walking with my head bowed down, down. But one voice saying I see you was enough to pull me through. When you trust me with the fall, I'll give you more than all. Not because I have to stay, but because I choose this way. People don't grow under chains, they grow when hope is placed in them. Trust lights a fire, fear never can. People give their best when they're trusted from the start. When belief replaces pressure and respect replaces doubt. You don't have to force loyalty, it's already inside. Trust is what we give, and it's what makes people try. To trust is to risk, but it's worth the pain, because nothing meaningful is built on blame. When someone feels believed in, they'll walk through fire for you, not for the order you give, but for the faith you showed them to. People give their best when you trust them with their name, with their effort, with their heart. Not just numbers, not just gain. Trust is not demanding more, it's believing what's already there. That's how people give everything, when someone truly cares. Shining bright, borrowed answers, borrowed light. Follow the steps, don't ask why. Look successful, never try. But something in us stopped and said, whose feet are these, whose path ahead? So we turned towards the heavier load, chose a long and lonely road. We didn't want it fast or fake, didn't want a life we didn't make. We paid the price before the gain, learned our strength through early pain. We chose the hard way first, that's why it got easier with time. We carried weight when no one watched, now the climb feels less unkind. Those who copied took it light, borrowed shortcuts, borrowed signs. Don't feel the pain, they skip back then, waiting for them down the line. Imitation looks like speed, but it never plants a seed. When the borrowed answers break, there's no foundation underneath. Every scar we earned ourselves still stands when pressure hits. What we suffered through alone is exactly what exists. Hard times turn into muscles, struggle taught us how to stand. What we built with our own hands didn't slip like shifting sand. We chose the hard way first, so the future learned our name. Pain became our training ground, not a curse, not something to blame. Those who chase the easy win will pay the cost they tried to hide. The pain you skip is never gone, it's just delayed with time. This isn't pride, this isn't hate, just how the balance always plays. Pain collected up front buys freedom later on. Shortcuts never disappear, they wait until the debt comes due. Every step you didn't take still has to be walked through. We chose the hard way first, that's why we walk with calmer breath. We already met the worst of it, so fear doesn't speak so loud. No borrowed lives, no copied steps, just truth we earned ourselves. The hard way first made life lighter later, and that's how it always goes. Pain paid early builds a future. Pain avoided builds a bill. We chose the hard way first, and now we're standing still. I've met people who speak so loud, but never hear a single sound. They talk with strength of standing tall, but never feel the weight at all. Then there are those who listen first, who carry more than just their words. They see the cracks, they feel the room, they walk inside another's truth. To understand another heart, you have to know your own pain. You don't learn empathy without standing in the rain. Yeah, yeah, the ones who move people forward are the ones who learn to feel. They stood inside someone else's fear. They know our wounds are real. Yes, they struggle, yes, they break. They carry more than they show. But those who never question life will never move. So it's heavy being the one who knows what silence means, what sorrow holds. You lie awake with borrowed pain that was never yours to claim. But in that way the fight grows, a quiet strength the world can't fake. Because the ones who've truly hurt are careful with what hearts they shake. You don't lead by standing above, you lead by standing beside. Understanding costs your peace, but it gives others life. The ones who move people forward are the ones who've been torn inside. They know the cost of every word. They know how pain survives. They don't command, they don't control. They guide by what they know. If you never carried doubt, you will never lead a soul. Feeling deeply is not a flaw, it's the price of being real. The world world is changed by broken hearts that still choose how others feel. The ones who change the shape of lives are not the ones untouched by pain. They're the ones who've questioned everything and walked through doubt again. So if your heart feels heavy now, if you're tired, lost, confused, remember those who never struggled could never move like you. Feel and leave. And leave. The ones who move people forward. 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 And leave. The ones who move people forward. The ones who move people. Hey, 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 hey. The ones who move people. Hey, 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 hey. I've met people who speak so loud, so loud. I've met people who speak so loud, and lead. Oh, and lead. And lead. And lead. Yeah. I've met people. I've met people. Oh, I've met people. Oh, I've met people who speak so loud but never hear a single sound. I've met people who speak so loud but never feel the weight at all. I've met people. I've met people. I've met people. And there I've met people who speak so loud. Yeah. Are not the ones untouched by pain. They're the ones who question everything and walk through doubt again. So if your heart feels heavy now, if you're tired, lost, confused, remember those who've never struggled could never move like you. Feel, people, feel, people, in the quiet of the night, sometimes a thought cuts through my breath. This heart I trust to beat forever is slowly walking toward its end. The days pretend they'll never stop, like time is on our side. But every life is borrowed light with an unspoken deadline. Fear only shows I'm still alive, but truth is what wakes me up when I remember I will die. I remember what matters enough. I will die someday, and that reminder sets me free. It tells me I have nothing real to lose, no chains except the ones I 'cause I feared what I might lose. But death won't ask how well I played, or if I pleased the crowd. It only leaves one question here: did I live honestly and loud? The moment I forget I'll die, I start to live in fear. The moment I remember it, my choices finally feel clear. I will die someday, that's why the day belongs to me. No image left to protect, no perfect version to defend. Failure, shame, uncertainty, they're lighter than eternity. In the face of life itself, they mean nothing to me. If you're afraid of losing something, ask yourself what it's worth. The only thing you truly lose is the life you never lived first. Death doesn't steal your future, it strips the lies away, leaving only one real choice: how honest you are today. I will die someday, and I won't forget it now. The truth gives me the courage to choose my heart somehow. When I see I have nothing to lose, I gain the strength to move. Remembering I will die teaches me how to live. Death doesn't take life from us, it gives life its weight. And the moment I remember that, I am free. I've seen shortcuts paved with smiles, promises wrapped in silent trials. They say just bend a little more, like dignity's a door to close. But every favor bought with fear leaves footprints that don't disappear. You gain a hand, you lose your ground, and every yes pulls chains around. I won't trade my name for ease, or borrow light that dims my path. What looks like hell can turn to death, paid back in pieces of your back. I won't kneel just to gain what isn't mine to keep. Support that comes with unseen strings only darkens what I seek. If I stand alone tonight, at least my road is clear. I'd rather walk with honest steps than know a shadow's cheer. I've watched applause turn into claims, a helping hand become a chain. What you accept without your truth will ask for more than you can lose. I choose a slower, harder way, where every mile I pay in days. No borrowed crowns, no hidden ties, just open ground and open skies. Respect that needs me to bow low isn't respect at all. I won't build my future on a quiet, shrinking crawl. I won't kneel just to gain favor dressed as grace. The cost is paid in silence and the darkening of my face. If help demands my spine, I'll let it pass me by. I'd rather earn what's meant for me than win with borrowed lies. Freedom isn't standing loud, it's standing straight. It's knowing when to walk away before the prices fade. What you keep clean at the start won't haunt you in the end. No road is worth the travel if it bends who you are. I won't kneel just to gain what leaves my path unclear. True allies walk beside you, they don't whisper in your ear. I'll move forward unbound with daylight on my name. I won't bow for empty 1,000 doors in front of me, all shouting what I should become. Every voice said take it all, but my heart was tired of running. Nothing changed the night I won. It changed the night I let things go. I crossed out paths that weren't mine. I finally felt the weight get low. Choosing everything is choosing nothing. That's the truth I had to learn. When I cut away the noise and fear won clear, reason stayed and burned. The most important choice I made wasn't what I do with my life. It was what I decided not to chase, what I chose to leave behind. As the world got smaller, my focus grew. Every step felt sharp and true. I didn't choose more, I chose what mattered most. Safer roads were always there, easy answers, steady ground. But I couldn't stand to stay somewhere where my heart wouldn't make a sound. There were days it didn't love me back, nights when nothing seemed to move. Still I kept showing up, 'cause this was the work I loved to do. Passion isn't fireworks and flame, it's what you hold when exits close, when walking away stays possible, but staying is the thing you chose. I kept moving forward, not by luck, not by talent or applause, but because I loved the work I did. Even when it hurt, even when it cost, out could knock, I let it in, but it never made me quit. I stayed because I loved this, and that was enough. I won't lie and say I never wondered about the roads I didn't take, but the path I walked it honestly. No masks, no second face. By not wanting everything at once, I protected one real thing. That simple choice made every day was how I learned to win. Before I chose what to become, I chose what I would not be. And the moment I drew that line, my life began to move freely. I didn't need a perfect sign or proof the world would understand. I loved what I was doing, and that's why I kept going. Not success, not approval, just the thing I refused to let go of. In the end, that was my life. I've seen doors that open wide. If you bow your head and trade your pride, they smile and say this helps you win. But I can feel the strings coming. Every favor leaves a trace, every estimate's a face. I've learned some help is not a gift, it's a weight you'll have to lift. I won't kneel just to belong, I won't sell my name for calm. What looks like light at first glance can quietly pull you off your path. I won't bend my knee for gain, I won't process with chains, 'cause praise that's earned by lowering yourself builds shadows you can't outrun. To help you get by, losing ground comes back as debts you never found. I'd rather walk alone and clear than owe the dark my way. I've watched promises turn thin when silence costs more than speaking. What they call support and trust slowly ask for too much. Every tie you didn't choose tightens when you start to move, and rose ones bright begin to fade when they're lit by borrowed flames. I don't need applause that binds or kindness with a price. If I lose myself to move ahead, then I've already lost the fight. I won't bend my knee for gain, I won't trade our will for praise, cause help that comes from self-erase turns freedom into blame. What you win by standing small will always ask for more. I'd rather face the night upright than walk a darker road. Yeah. Independence costs you comfort, but it keeps your vision clean. No hidden threads around your hands, no whispers in between. I choose the road that I can see, even if it's steep and long. A clear conscience is the light that keeps me moving on. I won't bend my knee for gain, I won't need to be approved, because the hate that steals your spine will quietly steal you to let others bow for borrowed ease. I'll stand and take the cost, I won't darken my own way. For something that gets lost, I stand and walk in my own light. I woke up before the alarm, something heavy in my chest. Same old morning, same routine, but today it feels different somehow. I look at myself in the mirror, trying to say I'm fine, but that word feels thinner than usual, like it doesn't fit this time. All the things I'm supposed to do, all the roles I've learned to play, I've been moving without asking if my heart is still okay. If today were the last day of my life, is this really what I choose to do? Would I say I lived honestly, or just follow what I was told was true? Could I stand by this decision with no tomorrow left to try? If today were the last day, would I be living my life? I got good at meeting expectations, calling it being responsible. I kept saying someday, maybe later, till later started feeling impossible. The voice that once said this is my dream has learned to whisper, then stay quiet. I buried it under, that's just how it is, and called that silence maturity. I know deep down what scares me most is not failing, not falling apart. It's waking up years from now, knowing I never listened to my heart. If today were the last day of my life, would I still choose this path I'm on? If no one was watching, judging, counting, would I keep walking or be gone? Even if the answer shakes me, even if it means goodbye, if today were the last day, would I be living my life? There's no perfect choice waiting ahead, no sign written in the sky. There's only the question I avoid the most, and the courage to reply. The smallest I want to is louder than any fear, because wanting is proof that I'm still here. If today were the last day of my life, how would I spend these final hours? Chasing safety, chasing comfort, or choosing what feels truly mine. Didn't chase the loudest dream, didn't ask the world to bend. I just took what landed in my hands and tried my best again. I wasn't reaching for the sky, I was fixing what I found. Day by day the ordinary was teaching me my ground. I learned the road unfolds, not when you beg or plan, but when you stay faithful to what's already in your hands. I didn't get here by demanding more or asking life to choose my name. I stayed true to what I was given and gave it everything. Every task, every small demand, I met it with my whole heart. And turns out doing what's in front of you is how new doors begin. Some days felt small and noticed, like nothing big would ever start, but effort leaves a quiet mark on time and on the heart. I didn't know what it would lead to, I just knew I couldn't cheat on the trust placed in my hands or the work beneath my feet. You don't open future scenes by waiting to be seen, you open them by honoring the work that's already been. I didn't get here by reaching out for something brighter, something new, something new. I got here by staying loyal to the things I had to do. Every moment I gave my best without knowing where it ends. Every task, every small demand, I met it with my whole heart. And turns out doing what's in front of you is how new doors begin. Some days felt small and noticed, nothing big would ever start, but effort leaves a quiet mark on time and on the heart. Opportunity doesn't shout, it whispers soft and slow. It asks if you'll be faithful before it lets you go. So I won't rush the next chapter or chase a big good name. I'll keep showing up completely to the work that comes my way, because the path that brought me here was built on trust and time. Being true to what I was given is what keeps open in my life. I stay and the road appears. They laughed when you said it out loud, called it a joke, so be realistic now. Every smile felt like a blade, every word tried to make you ashamed. You heard grow up more than go on, heard give it up since day one. But deep inside, something stayed, a quiet fire they couldn't take. If it wasn't real, it wouldn't hurt this bad. If it didn't matter, you wouldn't come back. Plain as proof, you're not pretending. It means your dream is still breathing. You get laughed at, you get doubted, you get told you're wasting time, but the ones who keep on going earn the right to speak their dreams out loud. Talent talks, but courage stays. Most walk out when it's not okay. Only those who didn't quit earn the right to dream like this. You walked alone, no one cared. Late nights fighting silent fear. Success felt miles away, but quitting felt worse every day. They don't see the weight you carry, they don't hear the war inside, but every time you showed up again, you proved that voice inside was right. Anyone can dream when it's safe, anyone can talk when it's praised, but when it costs you everything, that's when belief shows its face. You get laughed at, you get doubted, you get told you're wasting time, but the ones who keep on going still you stood your ground. That's why your words have weight now. That's why your dream means something now. It's not about how far you've come, it's about how you never ran. You didn't quit when it got hard. That's why you get to dream out loud. Anyone can talk about dreams, but only a few can say I stay. You keep asking if the dream is real, if it's worth the nights you can't sleep. You look for signs in the sky above, waiting for proof you're enough. But every doubt you carry around is just a test you haven't failed yet. The dream didn't leave, you did. Every time you questioned it, it's not about the door ahead or how long the road will be. The only thing that ever mattered is who you choose to be. Dreams don't come true by chance or fate. They live or die by what you choose to believe. If you stay when it's hard to stay, if you don't walk away when it's hard to breathe, dream is still alive in you. It's never about if it's meant to be. It's about if you keep believing in you. You've seen people quit halfway, say it wasn't meant for me. But the truth is simple and quiet. They stopped believing before they could see. Every step you take unsure is still a step that counts. Dreams don't need confidence to grow. They need commitment that doesn't back down. The future doesn't ask your age or how many times you fell. It only asks one honest thing: did you believe in yourself? Dreams don't come true by chance or fate. They live or die by what you choose to believe. If you stay when it's hard to stay, if you don't walk away when it's hard to breathe, the dream is still alive in you. It's never about if it's meant to be. It's about if you keep believing in you. Some days belief feels quiet, like it's barely holding on. But even the smallest spark of faith is stronger than being gone. You don't need to feel fearless, you don't need to feel sure. Believing is choosing not yet instead of saying it's over. So don't ask when it will come true. Don't beg the sky for a sign. Ask yourself one simple thing: will I believe today this time? Dreams don't come true by chance or fate. They live or die by what you choose to believe. If you keep showing up again, if you stand with yourself through everything, the dream never leaves you first. It waits as long as you can see the person you become by believing in you. Dreams don't need permission, they don't need guarantees. They only ask one thing: will you believe? Until the end. They didn't shine on the first try, didn't win on a perfect night. They look just like you and me, lost and unsure, still chasing something. They failed more times than they admit, doubted every single step. So if you're still here breathing, still hurting, still believing, you're closer than you think you are. You're walking the same hard road. Every successful soul you know is just someone who didn't let go. They weren't fearless, they weren't sure, they were just stubborn enough to endure. No crown, no instant proof, just showing up again was the truth. So if you're still standing now, you're already doing what they did. Success isn't rare, quitting is common. So if you wanna know the difference, they didn't quit, and neither should you. There are 1,000 ways to win, 1,000 ways to stand above, to prove your right to raise your voice, to call it strength, to call it love. But I've seen power leave a mark that doesn't fade when words are gone. A careless laugh or public blame that someone carries all life long. You never know the quiet wars of strangers fighting through the day. So every word becomes a choice, and what you take or what you say. The most human thing you can do is let no one die with shame. Yeah, none of your jokes, none of your truth. Now when you speak their name, you don't have to be kind with flowers or eyes with perfect lines. Just leave people standing whole when you walk out of their lives. It's easy to correct a flaw when others are around, to feel a little taller when you push someone down. But dignity is fragile, it breaks without a sound. And once it's gone, no apology can fully turn it around. Yeah, you don't need silence or applause to show the depth of who you are. Real strength knows when to step back and guard another's heart. The most human thing you can do is never trade respect for pride. Not make a joke of someone's pain, or wound them just to feel right. Say what's true without a blade, say what needs to be said, but never leave another soul wishing they could disappear. We're all walking with open seams, trying hard not to be seen. So be the place where no one learns to hate themselves. The most human thing you can do is let people keep their faith, to speak with care, to choose restraint in every time and place. You don't change the world by force or proving who's to blame. You change it when no one leaves, feeling smaller than they came. If they walk away unbroken, you've done enough. I don't need perfect sentences or something sharp to say. I don't need to sound impressive to get my point across today. Words can travel farther than we ever realized. They can lift a heart up or leave a quiet scar behind. It's not about being right or speaking louder than the room. It's about remembering there's a heart in front of you. You don't have to find the perfect phrase or choose the clever line. Just don't use words that shame someone or leave them hurt inside. Say what's honest, say what's kind. Let respect be your guide. simple words can still be strong if they let another stand with pride. Seen silence heal a wound better than 1,000 claims, and careless jokes turn into knives that someone carries every day. You never know what weight another soul has learned to hold. So speak like every word you give is something someone keeps. You don't win by breaking trust, you don't grow by causing pain. Kindness isn't weakness, it's choosing not to wound in vain. You don't have to sound so wise or prove you know it all. Just don't say things that make someone feel smaller than they are. Say what's true without a blade, say what needs to be said. The best words leave no bruises when they land inside a chest. Speak like you'll meet them again in another time, another place. Speak like their dignity matters as much as your own name. You don't need special words to speak with grace and care. If your voice leaves someone whole, you've already been fair. It's not about what you sound like, it's about what you don't destroy. Choose words that let people walk on with their head up, with their voice. Choose gently, fast enough. Under every smile, every face, there's a quiet hope we barely say. We try to hide it, play it cool, but we all wanna matter too. Not to be louder, not to shine, just to be seen for who we are inside. To know our place was never small, that we were worth it all. Hey, 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 yeah. We wait for someone else to speak, to tell us we're enough, but sometimes what we're searching for is already in our touch, yeah. Everyone wants to be recognized for the truth they carry deep inside. So see the value in another soul, let them know that they're whole. If you honor what they are, if you honor what they are, if you lift them when you can, you'll find your own worth reflected back in the way they stand. I've watched a single honest word change the weight a person holds. A simple I believe in you can make the dark feel old. We don't rise by stepping high on someone else's doubt. We rise and we let others know they never were without. Respect is not a limited flame, it doesn't fade when shared. The more you light it in another, the brighter it appears. Everyone wants to be recognized, not for the mass, but for the heart. So give the credit where it's due and watch the circle start. When you see someone's worth and speak it out loud and clear, you'll feel your own value grow in the way they draw you near. You don't lose your light by letting others shine. There's room for every name in this human line. What we give and understand returns in ways we can't control. The heart that learns to honor others finds itself made whole. Everyone's deepest wish is simply to be seen. So look into another's eyes and tell them what they mean. Acknowledge who they are without fear, without disguise. 'Cause when you recognize their worth, the world recognizes yours.